Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to completely transform how you take care of your car. We're going to start treating your car's paint job like what it really is, a strategic battleground against some seriously sneaky, unseen enemies. If you've ever spent a weekend washing your car, stepped back and wondered why the paint still feels a bit rough or just looks kind of dull, well, you are in exactly the right place.
Look, you're definitely not alone if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed staring at the endless rows of car care products at stores like Repco or Super Cheap Auto. I mean, there are just walls of brightly colored bottles, and every single one is promising absolute miracles. You've got shampoos, foams, waxes, all-in-ones. Honestly, it's enough to make your head spin. How are you supposed to know what actually works and what's just going to waste your money or, even worse, damage your paint?
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. First up, the auto store dilemma. Then, the invisible paint killers. After that, we'll dive into the chemistry of cleaning, map out the master wash process, and finish up with some incredibly smart shopping rules.
All right, let's jump right into part one, the auto store dilemma. It's time to stop guessing.
Our big goal today is a total mindset shift. I really want us to stop guessing and stop falling for those flashy labels. Instead, we need to match the exact chemical weapon to the specific enemy that's attacking your car's clear coat. Not everything comes off with just a soapy sponge. Think about it. You wouldn't use a hammer to drive in a screw, right? So we have to understand exactly what is stuck on your car before we choose the product to take it off.
Moving right along to section 2, let's look closely at the invisible paint killers and find out what's really eating away at your paint. See this number? pH 3.5 to 4.5. That should be absolutely terrifying for your paint. It's the acidity level of bird droppings, which means it's about as acidic as strong vinegar or citric acid. Bird droppings are literally the #1 organic paint killer. The acid actively dissolves your 40 to 50 micron clear coat right from the top down. And get this, in direct summer sun, it can permanently etch and scar your paint in under an hour. When a bird gets your car, speed is critical. But whatever you do, seriously, whatever you do, do not wipe it dry. That just smears the acid around. You have to spray a detailer, let it soak, and very gently lift it away.
Now, our stealthiest enemy, without a doubt, is iron fallout. Every single time you hit the brakes, these tiny, invisible iron particles fly off the brake rotors and embed themselves straight into your paint. They absorb moisture, they oxidize, and then they form a hardcore chemical bond with your clear coat. What that means is a simple soapy sponge or even a high-pressure hose is never, ever going to wash it off. It is physically anchored right into the paint.
Which brings us perfectly to section 3, the chemistry of cleaning, where we finally decode the pH scale.
So understanding this scale is basically your secret weapon in the cleaning aisle. Acidic cleaners, which sit between 0 and 6, are specifically used to dissolve hard water spots and minerals. On the other end, alkaline cleaners, from 8 to 14, those are your heavy hitters that just melt away oil, exhaust soot, and really greasy road grime. And right there in the sweet spot at pH 7, we have our neutral products. These are completely safe for your waxes and coatings, and they are perfect for just lifting loose dust without stripping off any of your hard-earned protection.
But wait, how do we handle that stubborn iron fallout we just talked about? Well, you use an iron remover. And guys, these are incredibly cool to watch in action. When you spray a chelating iron remover onto your paint or your wheels, you wait about 3 to 5 minutes, and the chemical actually turns a bright, bleeding purple as it reacts with and completely dissolves the bonded iron. More purple simply means more contamination was anchored to your car. It's a brilliant, highly visual chemical reaction that safely breaks that bond, so you can just rinse it right away.
Okay, I highly recommend you grab a screenshot of this slide right now. Keep this saved on your phone. This is your ultimate cheat sheet for matching the exact product chemistry to whatever specific contamination is ruining your vehicle's paint. You've got neutral shampoo for your everyday dust, an all-purpose cleaner or APC for that nasty, greasy exhaust soot, your chelating iron remover for the brake dust. And what about sticky tree sap or road tar? For that, you need a solvent-based tar remover because normal water just won't dissolve those sticky polymers.
All right, let's put this all together. Section 4, the master wash process and the ultimate 8-step decon sequence.
See, most folks just wash, rinse, and dry. But here is the definitive pro-level decontamination order. Steps 1 and 2, clean first with a high-pressure rinse and an alkaline pre-wash foam to really tackle that road film. Step 3 is a safe, neutral contact wash. After that, we hit the chemical decon steps. Step 4 is your iron remover, and Step 5 is spot treating with a tar remover. Step 6 is mechanical decontamination, Step 7 a final rinse and dry, and only then, at Step 8, do you even think about applying protection.
I really want to highlight step 6 here, mechanical decontamination. You see, a clay bar isn't a chemical at all. It's a physical, tacky polymer tool that physically grabs onto and pulls off whatever your chemicals might have missed. When you're done, it leaves your paint feeling as smooth as absolute glass. But here is the golden rule, folks. Never, ever use a clay bar on a dry surface. You absolutely must use a dedicated lubrication spray, or I guarantee you will scratch your clear coat.
Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 5, smart shopping rules to help you avoid that store confusion.
Let's completely bust a major myth right out of the gate. You see wash and wax combos literally everywhere, right? And hey, they sound amazing, adding wax every single time you wash. But over time, that waxy film just builds up into a cloudy mess on your glass and rubber. If your goal is to apply a proper ceramic coating or a high-quality paste wax, you have to avoid these combo bottles. You need a completely bare, pure surface to start with. So, strictly stick to plain, pH-neutral shampoo.
Oh, and here's another massive pitfall. All-purpose cleaners. Listen, do not take the name literally. Never spray an all-purpose cleaner at full strength directly onto your paint. It will violently strip away your wax and leave these horrible, ugly streaks. You must always dilute it, typically 10-to-1 or even 20-to-1 with water, depending on what the label says. Save the full-strength stuff for your absolutely filthy engine bays and tires.
And lastly, skip those all-in-one polishes. They claim to magically clean, polish, and protect, all at the exact same time, but honestly, they just do all three poorly. If you use this kind of product on a car that hasn't been chemically and mechanically decontaminated first, you are literally just grinding and spreading dangerous grime and iron particles all over your clear coat. Reserve these only for quick maintenance on paint that is already pristine.
So remember, the order absolutely matters. You have to clean, then decontaminate, and then protect, because you simply cannot effectively protect a contaminated surface. Which leaves us with this final, crucial question to think about. Next time you spend your whole Saturday applying an expensive wax or ceramic coating to your car, are you actually protecting the clear coat, or are you just sealing in the enemy? Use the right chemistry, decontaminate that paint, and give your car the protection it actually deserves. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.